As requested, we're going to do a little fun cooking video with these bunya nuts. So we're going to keep it really short and simple. So first things first is we're going to open them up, or we're going to cut them. We're going to make a little cross on them like this. So we're going to go like this. We're going to do a little cut like that. And then we've got a barbecue hot here, a little Weber barbecue. And we have our little FIREd Cookware basket on it, of course. So it's a little grid to cook these nuts on. So basically we're going to cut like this. And we're doing this because then these nuts are just going to open and pop open on the fire. So almost like a nice chestnut.
What are these nuts called again, AJ?
So these are bunya nuts, or AKA massive pine nuts, you know, giant pine nuts.
Are they native to Australia or where?
Yeah, they're native to Australia. So these trees can be, you know, like hundreds of years old before they'll produce a nut like this. And you can see like one nut is, you know, like so much bigger than, you know, a regular pine. It's almost like, you know, 40 pine nuts in one. So we're just popping them, and then we're going to leave them on the barbecue for about probably 5 to 10 minutes. And then we're going to see them, they're going to pop open. And then we're going to do something very simple with them. We're going to make a nice barbecued pine nut sort of pesto with celery leaves, rocket, and basil. Okay, and get quite hot. And so have a look at this. One of them's actually exploded, I just heard it before. But that means they're kind of cooking nicely. So I'm going to take them off now, and I'm going to take them inside, and then we're going to start opening them up and get ready to make our pesto. Bingo. Okay, and now for our pesto, we're going to use some beautiful basil. We have some celery leaves over here, lemons, we're going to put in some garlic, we're going to put in some olive oil, and we're going to put in some Parmesan, a little bit of salt, and some pepper. We'll be putting in our beautiful bunya nuts, which we're going to peel in a minute. Okay, so we're just going to make it nice and simple and easy, cut them in half. And then inside we can take out the beautiful nut. Look at that. That is a whopper of a pine nut, isn't it?
India loves chicken.
Chicken is good. Okay, here we go. Last pine nuts, but look at that. Next, juicing lemons. Okay, so we're going to have our little bunya nut pesto that we're going to make here. So we have some basil. So we're going to throw some basil into this sort of KitchenAid blender. We have our basil going in, some celery leaves. We're going to throw in 1 clove of garlic, which I'm going to chop up into a little bit smaller. Then we're going to have our barbecued big pine nuts, or bunya nuts as is what they're called. So we're going to throw all those in. We're going to make this a big sort of super rich creamy pesto. Then we're going to throw in some lemon juice. Lemon juice goes in. And now we're just going to throw some olive oil in as well. Just a little bit of olive oil.
Just a little bit of olive oil.
Got the garlic I just quickly smashed up to make it easier. And then I'm just going to cut this Parmesan into some sort of chunks. And then we're going to start blending till our heart's content. So after we've blended a little bit and it breaks down a little bit, then we're going to throw in some more basil and we're going to throw in some rocket to get it going as well. But if we have a look at this, I'm going to turn it off quickly. You can already see it's going to be a super rich, creamy, buttery, and you can see that that's from all the beautiful pine nuts in there. So normally you wouldn't put this much pine nuts because pine nuts are so expensive. But when you find pine nuts, you know, that you have kilos and kilos of them, you can put as many as you want. So yeah. Okay, now we've thrown the rocket in. Here we go, we're looking good. Look at that. So here we have our simple bunya nut pesto with bunya nuts that have been barbecued on the little Weber barbecue here. We have some rocket, we have a little bit of basil, some celery leaves, some lemon, extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper, and that's it. Super simple. And as you can see, it's quite thick. So that's from the beautiful starch and all that rich, fatty sort of oils and carbs in the bunya nut. But this, what do you reckon, Sean? Have a try.
That's just like pine nuts. But
There you
more
go.
Aussie.
Woo.